Sports can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Garuba in at the 4.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Ntilikina looking it over. A steal. Takes the 3. That one doesn't go. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Bonga. The offensive rebound. The 3. And Campazzo pulls it down. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Musa can't hit. Pass to Bonga. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Here's Garuba. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Bonga, no good.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Here's Campazzo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Takes it inside. Yes, that goes in. Pass to Ntilikina. Round with it. For the 3. No good. Shot missing.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Out to the wing. Here's Musa. From outside, off the mark.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Pass to Bonga. From past the arc. It's good from long range. Bonga's got 6 points.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Here's Musa. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Garuba. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Garuba's got his second bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Down low. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
Musa passes to Campazzo. With the drive. 54 seconds left in the first. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Musa and taken away by Brown. And here we go. And they pick up 2.
Loves to push the pace. When the break is on, Ntilikina taking full advantage.
Here's Musa. Pass to Garuba. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
This is his first free throw of the game. No good on that one. And he's good on the second. 24 seconds left to play here in the first. Now, here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, when you're not locked in on defense, they will make you pay with an easy finish there.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And that does it for the first quarter. Up by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
They've got Yui, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Pass to Azania. Shoots. And rebounded by Davies. Hazonia defending. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Jack passes to Hazonia. Inside. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Here's Pakusevski. Sinks the triple. Pakusevski's got his first 3 points of the game.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Hazonia, the pass to Jack. Back to Hazonia. Lock at 6. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pakusevski can't hit. Hazonia on the wing. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
What a play there. The hoop plus the arm.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Now, Pokusevski bangs home the trifecta. Pokusevski's got 6.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Gonzalez with it. Lundberg grabs the rebound.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Yui, the pass to Ibaka. Count that one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pakusevski with the bucket.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Old team foul. Dwayne Washington Jr. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The visitors with the ball. 4-point game. Jack passes to Yui. There's the pick. Here's Deck, defended by Pokusevski. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Drains it from beyond the arc. 12 points for him.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And Azania gets it to go.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Pokusevski. Off target from outside. Azania on the wing. 8 points for him. On Thursday and then on Friday.
Personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the away team.
And the first one drops.
2 shots.
Good on both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
There's 1:17 left in the first half of basketball. Launches it. A rebound by Azania. Ibaka finds Azania. Back to Ibaka. There's the triple. And the three ball is good. Ibaka's got 5 points so far.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D. The visitors with the ball. 43 seconds left in the first half of the game. And the shot is good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Pokusevski. He's got 12. Sinks the three-pointer.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Here's Huey. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Shooting for the away team.
Free throw good, Ibaka.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Ibaka hits both of them. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the half. They set the pick. To the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Huey. Fires from deep. Buries it from three-point range. Huey's got his second basket of the night.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And we've reached halftime in this one. They lead by 12. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Well, their problems start on the backboard. And it's not just a few unlucky bounces. It's an activity, Shaq.
Which is something you can fix.
And next up on the docket, I'll look at some upcoming. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. There's the pick. Rebound by Tavares. Tavares has got 6 rebounds in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's Musa in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Garuba. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Good on the triple.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Fires for 3. Traps in the tray.
The real
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Tavares can't hit. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Bonga. He's got 6. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. To the wing right side. Here's Ntilikina. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Musa with the bucket. Musa's got his second basket of the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. A three-pointer is right on target. 6 points for him.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Garuba, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Ntilikina. Misses the 3. Ntilikina's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Garuba. Offensive rebound. Musa with the bucket. Musa's got 4 this quarter.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
A 3-ball, and he's good on the 3-ball.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Tavares passes to Campazzo. Here's Tavares. Pass to Campazzo. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
And it's Brown missing. Here's Musa. He has 6. Here's Garuba. This one for 3. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. They set the pick. Rebound by Tavares. Tavares has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Musa. From the arc. That shot missing. Poked away. 1:03 left to play in the third. Here's Campazzo. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Musa. Tries it from 19, and he hits the jump shot.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And he drops it in from the low post. 11 points in the game.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
To the left side wing. And they're running. Pass to Bonga. That one, no question, powered it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so here's the home team. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Pokuševski, and it's Washington in at the point. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Pass to Pokuševski. Launches a 3. And Gonzalez pulls it down. Here's Huey. Hezonja on the wing. And he stays with it. Six on the shot clock. And another shot. That's tipped. They get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Now, here's Washington. Guarded close. Pokuševski. No good on the 3.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Ibaka outside. No good from outside. Fires away from outside. The rebound by Ibaka.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
And he makes good on the layup.
And finally, someone scores.
It's a slugfest. Maybe not the prettiest game we've seen, but sometimes the best wins are the ugly ones.
Here's Pokuševski. Connects from 3-point range.
This was one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now into the lineup for your home team, Brian Bunga.
Here's Hezonja. And the layup's good off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Deck. Here's Ibaka. Gets to the corner and buries it. Ibaka's got 4 this quarter. Ibaka's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Pokuševski, the pass to Bunga. Beyond the arc. Pokuševski can't hit.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the three. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Got that one up quick.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
That one good for 2.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
His 3-pointers off the mark. Outside Gonzalez. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
pass to Azania. Fires the three. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
The opposition had no answer for them. The way they attacked them relentlessly was so impressive, man. That was a good win.
And there's the drive. Pasko grabs the miss. 58 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Lets the three fly. They get it again. Bonga, the pass to Pasko. And it's going to go the other way. Brown is checked in for Washington.
Substitution on the court.
There's 45 seconds left in the game. Here's Musa. Nailed from three-point land.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 32 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Musa. Pass to Campazzo, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
5 on the clock. Tavares passes to Campazzo. From downtown, Bonga pulls it in. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really...
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens. Fires from deep. That shot missing. Here's Osman. The rebound by Bonga. Here we go, one-on-one. The three. Sends it home from three-point land.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Cans it from the wing.
Assistant, number 40.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Here's Bonga. Drains the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Yurtseven. Here's Osman. 6 on the shot clock. Now Hernan Gomez, defended by Brown. Drops in the three.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to Bonga. There's a screen. Here's Ntilikina. Brown scanning the floor. And he buries his first look.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
And again, it's Athens with a three.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Out to the right wing.
Beyond the arc. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. And so it's Athens with it. Here's your 7. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Oh, got a piece of it. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover. Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
1:56 left in the first quarter. The second effort. Here's Osman. Clock at 6. Hernan Gomez sets a screen from deep. The shot comes out. Out left to the wing. Here's Bonga. And he drains the quick shot. Bonga's got 5 points.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
1:19 left to play in the first quarter. In transition, here they come. Puts up a 3. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. On offense, here is Athens. Trailing by 2. And here's Hernan Gomez. There's the drive, and that one is stuffed right through.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. They set a pick. Here's the 3. Knocks down the triple. He has 6.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Did 7 a screen. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why he settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And it's Bonga missing. In transition, here they come. Takes a 3. It's not going to go for him. Sinks the tray. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Leading by 4. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
We've got Washington, and it's Pokashevsky in at power forward. And for Athens, outside none. Jones grabs the board.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Brown against Washington. Brown gets the bucket. Now here's Washington. Jones sets a screen to the left wing. And Washington good for 3. Washington's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Poku with the processing speed just got rid of that one quick.
None with it. Gets to see a basket. Chalk up 2 there.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Pokashevsky. Ooh, can't throw it down with one hand. Athens trails by 9. Brown with it. He's picked up by Jones. Pass to Graham. From the arc. Jones grabs the board. Now here's Pokashevsky. He's covered by Graham. And Pokashevsky gets it to go.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And he's going for the lob. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off none. And the latest power rankings. We're still in December, but we are starting to see things take shape in the NBA. You take a look at the home team. The good news is they're trending in the right direction. Still right in the middle of the pack.
Checking out Athens, they really came out swinging this year, putting to rest all of the doubts about their abilities. Now we'll see if they can maintain that energy. Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
And stolen by Jones. And he's all alone by himself. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Jacks up a three, and Pokuševski gets it to go. Pokuševski's got 12 points in the game.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Hey, here's none for three. It's hauled in by Pokuševski.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
From downtown, hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Grant, and he banks in the layup. Grant's gotten his first points in this one.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. And the jam by Brown.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Brown inside. He's guarded by Washington. Right side, none. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. From deep three-point range, Pokuševski the miss.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
29 seconds left to play in the first half. Off target with the 3. Athens trails by 17. Jones with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last.
Substitution on the court.
17 seconds left in the half. Pass to Hernan Gomez. 6 to shoot. Gets the 3 to fall. He has 6.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
So we conclude the first half, leading by 14. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part in the dunk contest.
Definitely some explosive guys on this list, but there's plenty of time out there for someone to grab this spot. Maybe even Elevator Ernie.
Yeah, that fit. Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for Athens.
They know they don't have to keep shooting.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it up.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Nice game. Great performance by Aleksej Pokuševski.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And for Athens, here's your 7. And again, it's Athens with a 3. Here's Bonga. This one for 3. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Now you're at 7. Defended by Brown. 5 to shoot. That 3's off the mark.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Athens trails by 13. They set the pick from outside the arc. The rebound by Bonga. And they're on the break. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. And here's Brown for three. Hits the trifecta. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
To the middle. And your 7 gets it to go.
They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Your 7's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field so far. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. From deep three-point land.
And this half has been a totally different story from deep. Having a harder time getting shots to fall.
They set the screen. Just 5 to shoot. He's off on that one.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a textbook alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter. Shot is up. The rebound by Osman.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
There's the triple. It's tipped. Here's the break. Here's Bonga. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Pass to Osman. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Here's Bonga. He buries it from 3. Bonga's got 8 points.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Takes the 3. They get the rebound. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks it from distance. Bonga's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Osman with the bucket.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Athens.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Tries it from the top of the key. No good there. Setting up in the half court where they've been somewhat ineffective.
And that's in part because this defense has been so solid.
Athens trails by 15. Pass to Osman. The 3 is up. The rebound by Bonga. It's Brown on the wing. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 15. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
And that's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
And for Athens, here's Bonga. There's the 3. No luck on that one. Athens trails by 12. Pass to Osman. Lets it fly. Gets a very good look and converts.
Assist from Slukas.
Osman's gone 3 of 7 tonight. Here's Bonga. And here's Brown. And there's the screen. Fires the 3. That one no good. And so it's Athens with it. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
Oh, come on, BA. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down. Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
You're 7 a screen. And the 3 off target.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Drills it from deep.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Osman. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Osman's got 10 points here in the second half. Here's Bonga. Knocks down the long J.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
It's rebounded by Ntilikina.
He's going to hear from his teammates after that one. Not quite sure what happened.
Launches it. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. Athens trails by 11. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Athens. Hernan Gomez has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Yurtseven. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. 1:57 left in the fourth. Outside, Brown. Connects, the jumper drops.
2 teammates connecting right there, slick feed.
Pass to Yurtseven. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Here's Osman. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. The rebound by Bonga. Bonga's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the 3-pointer goes.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
And 1:01 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Hey, expanding his range. Yurtseven, no good. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
On offense, here is Athens. It's a 14-point game. Knocks it down from distance. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's Brown on the wing. Here's Ntilikina. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
Ntilikina so much better when hitting threes. That one looked nice.
And a nice finish on the layup. Connects from downtown.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Fires from way outside. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. A competitive game. You have to feel like this
Everyone to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It's Athens and the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. They've got Grant, and it's Osman in at the power forward position. Pass to Garuba. Clock at 4. To the paint. Ball stolen. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
The Athens shooting their first free throw of the evening. Over in the corner, Osman. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it fly. Pass to Grant. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Now Athens with it.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Gomez kicks to Grant. To the right side. Just 3 to shoot. And that one's good. Osman.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Campazzo. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Athens. There's Lucas. Another 3 for Athens.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Whew, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Goes back up. And that one is hammered home.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Here's Campazzo. Here's Garuba. Drills the three-pointer.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Grant on the wing. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Defense right on him. Here's Osman. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Campazzo. Nothing on the board. Pass to Tavares. Here's Campazzo. Launches it from deep. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. To the inside. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Here's Musa. Hernan Gomez covering. Inside, Tavares. Here's Garuba. Good on the three-point shot. Garuba's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Grant surveying the D. Down low.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Pass to Garuba. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Campazzo. Here's Musa. Hands it from downtown. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Athens ahead, leading by 4. We'll take a quick break, then get you. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on Athens?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Yui, and it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Athens, here's Yui, plays it up and banks it in.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
We've got Hazonia, and it's Yui in at the point guard. None wide open. Again, Athens.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Gonzalez pass to Yui. Here's Deck. To the paint. It's hauled in by Athens. Pass to Nunn. Brown with the bounce pass. Nunn looking around. Tries the spin move. And it's good for two.
Oh, great move there. That spin just dusted the defense.
And Hazonia gets it to go.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Pass to Nunn. It's stolen by Gonzalez. Here's Yui. He's covered by Brown. Hazonia on the wing. And finish off by Hazonia.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Pass to Nunn. Power down with both hands.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down. Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
They get a hand on it. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Huey. He's covered by Brown. He nails it, and we're tied up. Huey's got 6 in the quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Brown the pass to Yurtsevin. Hazonia defending. They set the pick for 3. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And finish off by Hazonia.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
A wide open look here for Ibaka. Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Yurtsevin. Back to Brown. Misses the hole, and he's now 3 for 4.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
41 seconds left in the first half. No one covering.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Lets it go with the 3. They get the rebound. There's 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Deck, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Nunn. There's the screen. Bangs on the trifecta. Nunn's got 7 now in this quarter. It'll count. And that one released in time, but no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Athens leads by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And that'll do it for halftime.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Athens. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Taking a look at Athens, they've got Grant. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the small forward position. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
From deep, a three-pointer is right on target.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
To Osman. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Osman's got 7 points. Osman's gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. Here's Tavares. And he dunks it down.
And he's stroking it well, but he just hasn't shown the aggressiveness that they need out of him. Probably in front by more if he was taking more shots. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And here is Athens now. Shot on the wing. And Garuba pulls it down.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Grant goes in, and the dunk by Grant.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's the screen. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And the basket is good. 10 points for him.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Releases. No good from Grant.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Osman kicks to Hernan Gomez.
2 minutes.
Shot clock at 5.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And he drives in. A nice shot by Campazzo. Campazzo's got 5 points now this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And it's a completely new group for Athens. Now, here's Nunn. Not a lot of room. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. One-on-one fast break. The three. Garuba's shot is off.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Brown outside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Musa, defended by Nunn. Uncovered. No good that time. 24 seconds left to play in the third. Again, Athens.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Pass to Campazzo. Drives to the hoop. Makes it off the glass. Campazzo's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's simply a gimme for a player of his caliber. I mean, the defense cannot allow that.
Here's Musa. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Huey, and it's Gonzalez in at the 2-guard spot. Shot from the wing, and dead on that time. Beautiful shot. Nunn's got it all tied up now for Athens. Nunn's gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. Here's Gonzalez. There's the drive.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he plays with no fear, and he certainly knows how to put the ball in the basket.
Brown inside the line. They grab their own miss. Pass to Yurtsevin. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3-point range.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And now, here's Hazonia. He's guarded closely. It's good from long range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The open shot by Nunn. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Nunn's got 7 now in this quarter.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
With the drive, and that one drops for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Here's Huey. He's covered by Brown. Huey, the pass to Jack. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture.
Athens trails by 5. on the wing. Brown.
Old team foul. Louis. First personal foul. First team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Nunn kicks to Yurtsevin. 6 to shoot. There's the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Nunn passes to Yurtsevin.
2 minutes.
Nunn against Gonzalez. And stolen by Hezonja. .146 left in the fourth. Outside Gonzalez. Basket good. Gonzalez has got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen.
Down kicks to Nunn. Shoots. Rebound by Hezonja.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Athens trails by 4. Brown outside. Takes the three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Yurtsevin's gotten all 3 of the shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Pass to Deck. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Gonzalez against Nunn. There's the screen. Money!
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And Athens calls time here. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
With some changes. They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, they got behind, but really hung in there and didn't let the score get out of hand.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Here's Garuba. And so they get the victory here at home. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that...
Greetings and thanks for ending your Monday on 2K Sports with some NBA hoops. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Musa. No good with the triple. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Here's Garuba. Here's Campazzo. Shot clock at 5. Little turnaround, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, it's almost impossible to stop that turnaround, Jay. That's a shot he worked on endlessly in the offseason.
4-3, counted from distance. Give him 8 points now.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Here's Garuba, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And he makes it.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Here's Campazzo. Charity stripe shot. It's rebounded by Ntilikina. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Here's the pick. Releases. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
Here's Musa. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Misses the three. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Hazonia. The three is up.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to the away team.
The visitors with the ball. It's a 5-point game. It's stolen by Campazzo.
The ball goes to the away team. Into the lineup for your home team. Number 6, Alberto.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. There's a screen. Here's Bonga. Misses the three. Here's Garuba. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Let's go with a three. Missed it. 5 for 7 from the field.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Nails it from beyond the arc.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
They get it back to the wing, right side. No good again that time.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Musa, three-pointer. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Tries to hit him. Got a piece of it. They get it back. To the wing on the left. Here's Ntilikina. Hits a three-pointer. Ntilikina's got 5 now.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Campazzo. From downtown, they grab their own miss. Here's Garuba, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's perfect from the line this time. It could go. He can't hit that time. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. They're up by 2. Don't go away. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Jones with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last.
Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 23.
A 3 off the inbound. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
They've got Alexei Pokashevsky, and it's Washington in it to 1.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Pass to Deck. Ibaka with it. Here's Hazonia, defended by Jones. Clock at 6. Right wing. Now here's Ibaka. Puts up a 3. Fires in the triple. Ibaka's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. It's Pokashevsky on the wing. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Jones with the block. Now here's Pokuševski. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Pass to Ibaka. Defended by Brown. Here's Deck. Takes a three. Nails it from three.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now Pokuševski launches a three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Pokuševski's got 7.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
And he makes a first.
Number 5. Taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. Now Washington. No made baskets yet. Lets the 3 fly. And Pokuševski gets it to go. Pokuševski's gone 3 for 3. Perfect so far from long range.
Away team foul. Jones. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Hazonia. To the right side. Here's Deck. Just 5 on the clock. Over to the left wing. Offline with a 3.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
And they recover it. Pass to Pokuševski. And there's a pick. The 3. And Hazonia pulls it down. 1:56 left in the first half. Count it. Here's Pokuševski. He's got 10. There's the 3. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Pokuševski's got 13 now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Hazonia. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
There's the triple. The shot misses. .111 left to play in the first half. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Jones, the pass to Pokuševski. Off the mark there with a 3.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Hazonia gets the bucket.
Well, nice turnaround for him here in the second quarter. He had a cold start, but never lost his confidence.
Pokuševski the miss.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
He shoots. Jones grabs the board.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ibaka.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Fires in the triple. He's got 16. Here's Hazonia. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And he's good on the first of 3. And the second free throw is good. And he makes all 3.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They lead by 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Ernie Johnson.
Well, I think for the home team, they're in good position. Definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the...
Their perimeter D's been weaker than airport toilet paper. Trust me, I know. They should strengthen it.
Wait a minute. I can't get the image of airport toilet paper now out of my head.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Hazonia in at the 3 slot. Here's Campazzo. Count that bucket. Campazzo's gone 2 of 4 from the field. On target from range. He's got 19.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance. Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Out to the wing. The rebound by Lundberg. Pass to Bonga. Out to the right wing. Here's Lundberg. And he drives in. It's deflected. Here's Musa. He has 6. Here's Hazonia. Nails it from beyond the arc. 15 points in the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Musa. Sinks it from distance.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
To the paint. And that one is hammered home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around. And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
First team foul.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Launches it. Can't get it to drop. Bonga has gone 1 of 5 from the field. Pass to Campazzo. Lays it up and banks it in.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Brown, guarded closely. The three from Washington. Pokashevsky controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Pass to Garuba from outside the arc, and the three-pointer goes. Garuba's got 10.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Takes the three. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Count it. 1:07 left in the third quarter. Right side Brown. Drives to the hoop. And the jam by Brown.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Pass to Campazzo. .44 seconds left in the third. The three is up. Here's Garuba. Here's Musa. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Jones sets a screen. Back to Washington. Fires the three. The shot no good. Here's Campazzo. From the arc. It doesn't go for him. It'll count. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Up 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
We've got Washington, and it's Pokashevsky in at the 4 spot.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
He gets it in there. Pokashevsky's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Connects from downtown.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Ibaka with it. Defended by Brown. Driving in. That one goes. Count it.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Pass to Pokashevsky. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And the shot goes.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Hauled in by Brown. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
In BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Here's Pokashevsky. They get it again. Out left to the wing. Outside, Brown. With the drive. And Brown with the stuff.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Three-pointer. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Pokashevsky, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
The home team calls timeout. So both teams making some changes here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. .143 left in the game. Inside. It's stolen by Campazzo. On the break.
That couldn't have gone better for them. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish it off with style.
They need to rally in a big way, Grant, if they want to stage a real comeback.
NBA, they better do it soon because the window is definitely closing.
Beyond the arc. And Pokashevsky gets it to go. Pokashevsky's got 14 points here in the second half.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Pass to Azonia. Shot clock at 5. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Second personal foul.
And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead. Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. The drive by Campazzo. Here's Azonia. The three. The rebound by Bonga.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
Pass to Azonia. Banked it in off the glass.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And so they get the victory here at home. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to
to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Brown, and it's Ntilikina in at the point.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Davies. Pass to Brown. Here's Bonga. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. Stripped it away. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. There's a screen. Offensive rebound. Back to Hernangomez. 5 to shoot. Here's Osman. And the three off target.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Pass to Davies. Over to the left wing. A three-pointer, no good. To the middle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Jacks up a three. Drills the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
Now, here is Hernangomez. Puts up a three. Knocks down the three ball.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Ntilikina. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. There's Lucas. It's stolen. And they're on the break. From outside the arc, sinks the triple. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
To the inside. And they're moving it up. Here's Bonga. Here's the three. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach for Athens. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
And they get it. Good on the triple. He has 6.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
Hernan Gomez passes to Osman. Back to Hernan Gomez. Slukas, he's covered by Brown. Spins. Converts after the nice spin.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Davies. Here's Bonga. He's got 9. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. And here's the fast break. That will count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. They lead by 6. We've got more in store. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
They've got Washington. Pokuševski is out there with Jones. And it's Lundberg in at the shooting guard position. None wide open. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Pass to Pokuševski. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nunn looking around. Throws it up high.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Pokuševski with the bucket. Pokuševski's got 6.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
They set the screen. Grant gets a wide open look. Again, Athens. Washington against Brown, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Athens trails by 6. Yurtsevin finds none. Shoots it. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Pass to Lundberg. No good on the triple. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Grant for 3. Lundberg grabs the rebound. Pokuševski with the ball. Off target from three-point range. Here's Yurtsevin. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Yurtsevin's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Pokuševski. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Brown feeling it out a bit. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Pokuševski. Connects from three-point range. Pokuševski's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range? They are just killing them on the interior.
1:56 left to play in the first half. And he's good on the 3-ball. Pokuševski's got 15 points.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
To the paint, stolen by Jones. Pushing it up. The tray. Pokuševski can't hit. Athens trails by 6. And now Athens on the break. Now, here's none. Defended by Pokuševski. Brown against Washington. Petro. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Pokuševski. He's covered by Brown. Pokuševski with the bucket.
And this will be more and more a part of his game, the more efficient he gets. Pokuševski, a big who can shoot it.
Petro. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
Here's Lundberg. Outside, Jones. Pass to Washington. Back to Jones. Stolen by Yurtsevin. Here's Grant. Yurtsevin passes to Brown. Now, here's Nunn. He's tightly guarded, and he slams it one-handed.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Going inside, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Up by 2. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. There's a good screen. Takes a 3. Here's Davies. Hasn't made one yet. Shot clock at 6. Drills it from outside.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Ntilikina out there with Brown, and it's Bonga in at the small forward. No one near him. That's good on the jump shot. 11 points in the game.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Pass to Davies. Launches a 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
From outside the arc, it's tipped, and they recover it.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. 2 open that time, made it look too easy.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Inside, over in the corner, Osman. The 3, good on the three-point shot. Osman's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Fast break points aside, they've had a tough time offensively.
Yeah, trust is what they're missing, guys. You've got to keep moving the ball and shoot with confidence. Ultimately, things will happen well when you play together.
the real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Nothing shooting their first free throws of this game. First free throw is good. That one misses. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Davies, the pass to Bonga. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Traps in the tray. And Gomez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Hernan Gomez a screen. And it's Osman missing. Osman's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 26.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
He lobs it up.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Here's Lucas. Davies grabs the miss.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Launches from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Three-pointer. Bonga pulls it in. Bonga's got 4 rebounds now tonight. From deep three-point land, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Osman. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Osman's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Nice open look, but it's no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Up by 12. And we're coming back in just a moment. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Grant. Brown out there with Yurtsevin. And it's Nunn in at the 2-guard spot. Took him no time at all on that one.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Bonga. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Pass to Nunn. There's the pick. Puts up a 3, and the 3 ball is good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
There's Brown with the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Brown's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Grant, that's good.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
This one for three. Nunn grabs the board.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Grant. He takes it in, and the dunk by Grant.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Nunn. Another shot. No good on the layup.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Davies kicks to Ntilikina. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, this guy maturing right before our eyes. Frank Ntilikina drills the catch and shoot. Pretty.
Here's Nunn. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Ntilikina. A three-pointer off the mark. Athens trails by 8. Yurtsevin passes to Brown. Lets it go with a three. And rebounded by Davies. Davies has got his 4th rebound in this one. He's covered by Brown. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Athens. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Nunn. Beyond the arc. No love that time, but that miss. He is now 6 for 9. Here's Bonga. He's defended by Yurtsevin. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Down low. The kick out to Brown. Jacks up a three. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Grant for 3. A rebound by Washington. Fires from way outside. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point.
Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Tavares in its center. Now Athens with it. And here is Grant. Pass to Osman. For three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
There's the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitive.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
There's Lucas. Another three for Athens.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
From deep, buries it from three-point range. 6 points for him.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And he drives in. A nice shot by Campazzo.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Grant outside. Grant on the wing. Athens moving the ball around. Clock at 6. There's Lucas. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Here's Campazzo. Into the lane. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Campazzo's got his second bucket of the night. And so Grant will bring it up for Athens. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. With some art, he lays it in.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Athens leading by 4. Pass to Yurtsevin. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Campazzo. Here's Garuba. Six on the shot clock. A good-looking shot from the wing. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Now Athens with it. There's Lucas. Cans it from downtown. He's got 11.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Pass to Yurtsevin. Here's Garuba. He's covered by Grant. Kept alive. Here's Garuba. Here's the three. That one, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
.50 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Grant outside. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Campazzo. There's the triple. Drains the three-pointer. Campazzo's got 7 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Hernan Gomez a screen. And it's Osman missing.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Here's Musa. Here's Garuba. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Athens with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc. And And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on Athens?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
We've got Hezonja, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Here's Deck. Here's Huey. He's covered by Brown. The tray. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
Huey's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Athens leading by 5. Brown deciding where to go with it. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Takes it inside, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And here is Athens now. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Out to the right wing. Petro tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. He has 6.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Athens leading by 11. They set the pick. Brown against Ibaka. Just 5 to shoot. There's the steal. Here's the break. Here's Hezonja. Drills it from outside. Hezonja's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Petro. The putback. The rebound by Hezonja. Ibaka outside. Here's Deck. And he's good on the 3-ball.
3.
Now just a 5-point Athens lead.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Here's Nunn. Plays it up off the glass.
They are just killing him on the interior.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Driving inside. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
The 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Nunn's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now, here's Nunn. 5 points in the game. Takes the 3. The shot misses. Pass to Hezonja. Shoots the 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Hezonja's got 8 points.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Hezonja defending. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. From about 16, and he drops that one in.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
For the 3, That's it. And the Athens lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Ewing.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Shoots. They grant their own miss. Brown outside. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Petro. Good on the triple. And Athens leads by 5.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Left side of Ibaka. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Athens ahead, leading by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Thank you.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass, right, Shaq? And they're in a good spot because of it.
And right now, and that concludes.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Athens leading by 5. They've got Grant. And it's Lucas in at the point guard position. Here he goes. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And it's Musa in at the shooting guard.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
They set the pick. Snatched away. Right wing. Here's Garuba. Sinks the triple. Garuba's got 5.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
There's Lucas. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 7 points in the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Osman. From downtown, traps in the tray.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
Osman's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Here's Musa. Still without a basket. Garuba the pass to Campazzo. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It will be a re-jump.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Yurtsevin kicks to Hernan Gomez. Athens moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Here's Grant. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Grant's gone 1 of 4 so far. Here's Musa. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Grant outside. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Away team ball.
So it's the visitors now. It's a 5-point game. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And here is Athens now. Here's Yurtsevin. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's Musa. He has yet to score. Grant surveying the D. Lets it go from deep. Musa grabs the miss. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. To end the cold streak. Offensive rebound. Hernan Gomez covering. 6 to shoot.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Grant the pass to Slukas. Tries the spin move. No good off the spin.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Stolen by Grant. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Banked in off the glass.
Well, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Garuba. Baseline try. Over to the wing. Pass to Musa. Fires for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Athens bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And finish off by Hezonja.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. They've got Yui, and it's Jack in at the power forward position. It's Brown on the wing. Now, here's Nunn. D right on him. It's stolen by Ibaka. To the paint. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Pass to Depp. Ibaka, the pass to Jack. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Dak's got 4 this quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And Yui kicks to Ibaka. To tie it up. It's hauled in by Athens. They've led by as many as 11 points.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. Here's Huey. He's covered by Brown. And there's the drive. Huey, the pass to Ibaka. Now Hezonja. Screened by Ibaka. 3-pointer. Hezonja's shot is off.
and you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Ibaka, the pass to Deck. Here's Huey. He's covered by Brown. And now, here's Hazonia. He started closely. And that one, good.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. For the finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Huey driving the lane. The shot's good. Now just a 1-point Athens lead.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the shot goes in.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. 59 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here we go. Athens running again. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First team foul. Substitution.
55 seconds left in the fourth. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play. Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Athens.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Spins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now an 8-point Athens lead.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
So Athens wins it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made...